Right, now we're going to learn how to divide using a decimal. And if you're dividing by a whole number here on the outside, it's really not a problem, because all you have to do is just go write your decimal point in the answer directly above the one inside the box. Okay, so that's all you have to do. So let's just do a regular divide here. 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Minus 28 minus 28 is 0. Okay, now we're going to bring down this 4 here. 7 into 4 is 0 times. 0 times 7 is 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Bring down our 7. 7 into 47 will go 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 4 minus 4 is nothing. So it's going to be a remainder of 5. But we're going to keep putting a 0 on, because we can't have remainders. We've got to keep dividing. Okay, so we're going to bring down a 0 over here. We're going to put our 7 into 50. 7 goes into 50 is 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. And you keep going until you have no remainder left. 50 minus 49 is 1. We're going to put another 0 there and bring it down. Okay, 7 into 10. Once. 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, and you can carry on. 10 minus 7 is 3. We're not going to go any further, because your teacher will tell you how many decimal points they want you to work it out up until. We've gone up to 3 decimal points here, and that's good enough. So let us leave our answer as 40.671. What you do to continue is you just keep bringing down zeros like I did over here. Okay, but we'll practice on the next screen. Okay, so let's look at this one. We're going to put 51 in here, but we're first going to put our decimal point up at the top here. There it is. Okay, right. 51 into 121, well, we can probably say it goes in twice. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, 11 minus 2 is 9. 1 minus 0 is 1. Okay, and that's it. Right, now we're going to bring down this 5 over here. 51 into 195, we can assume goes about 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 5 is 15. You'll remember how to do this division from our long division series. 5 minus 3 is 2, and 9 minus 5 is 4. We're going to bring down this 2 here. Okay. And we're going to divide 51 into 422. We can estimate it probably goes in about 8 times. Let's try 8. 8 times 1 is 8, and 8 times 5, oh, let me write my 8 properly. 8 times 5 is 40. Let's do our minus. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 1. Okay, so now, if your teacher wants you to put more than 2 decimal places, we've only got 2 in the answer so far. You're going to add a 0 on there and bring it down to stand here. Now, 51 into 140, we can estimate twice, maybe. Yep. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 5 is 10. Let's do our minus. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay. Let's put another 0 up there so we can continue. We bring it down. 51 into 38. This will be our last round. We won't add more zeros after this. Then we'll have 4 decimal points. 51 into 380. You can estimate probably 7 times. 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 times 5 is 35. This is our last round. So we're going to minus now. 10 minus 7 is 3. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, so we'll stop it there. So our answer is 2.3827. Okay, so depending on how many decimal points you need, decimal digits you need behind the decimal point, you keep adding on zeros and bringing them down and continuing with your long division. If you're not an expert of long division, you'll have to go revise them in my lectures. I do lots of long division explaining in my lectures, and you can become really good at it. This is your page now. You're going to do these two. I want them to 3 decimal places, please. Okay, and then press play and come back and look at my answer. Okay, so I assume you're back. Let's do the first one. We're going to first put our decimal where it belongs in the answer box. Now, 8 into 64 will go 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. 64 minus 64 is nothing. Bring down the 6. 8 into 6, 0 times. 0 times 8 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. Bring down our 5. 8 into 65, 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. I'm going fast now because you're supposed to be an expert on long division already by now. 5 minus 4 is 1. Now we wanted 3 decimal points, so we've only got 2, so let's add another 0 in to bring down for our bring down step. 8 into 10 once. 1 times 8 is 8, and this is going to be our last round. 10 minus 8 is 2. So actually, that is the answer. 8.081 for 3 decimal points. Okay, the next one. We also wanted 3 decimal points, but the first thing we do is put our decimal in the answer. 20 into 100 will go 5 times. 5 times 0 is 0, and 5 times 2 is 10. Now our minus, 100 minus 100 is nothing. Bring down a 5. 20 into 5, 0 times. 0 times 20 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. Bring down this 1. 20 into 51 will go twice. 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, now. Oh, sorry, we didn't have to borrow there. That stays a 551 minus 40. So 1 minus 0 is 1, and 5 minus 4 is 1. Now we wanted 3 decimal points, so we're going to put a 0 there and bring it down. Okay, 20 into 110, probably 5 times. Hey, let's try. 5 times 0, 0, and 5 times 2 is 10. Right, so now 0 minus 0 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So that we can stop it there. Our answer is to 3 decimal points, so it's 5.025. I hope you got that right. And we're going to go into more complex now, dividing by, in the next lecture, dividing by decimal into a decimal. I really want you to pay attention in that one. Make sure you understand this one first, and make sure you understand it well, okay?